Birdie39 channel, welcome. Right, this morning got a bit of time to play with my free car, my new toy. Watching Scotty Kilmers channel last night about fixing head gaskets and flushing out the coolant and stuff. Something I saw I never knew you could do. You can just take bits off your radiator and just use your garden hose and flush water through it, and then you're cleaning it. So I'm doing that today, so if this all goes wrong, Scotty Kilmers' fault. So I am. Took the bumper off, obviously. Being a K car, just these little plastic clips you can see on the number plate there. Bumper pulled off. Underneath, a little twiddly thing drains it, but I pulled off one of the bigger hoses as well just to get water out faster. What I just did was put that twiddly thing back in, so only the hose is unattached now. And literally just running water through it. This is the third time. I'm expecting the water to look kind of clean now. I suspected, because the head gasket's going, I suspected there might be oil in the coolant. Actually looked alright. That's looking really clean now. Cool, so I'm going to do everything back up, put fresh... Maybe I'll just run water on it, because I'm going to, after I do the head gasket, because what I'm doing is putting the head gasket repair fluid in there. I might just do it with water, you know, and then use my clean coolant to replace it afterwards. Yeah, it's only one heat cycle. I'm going to use just normal water. It's quite beautiful and sparkly inside. Look, I'll do my nails after this. Just had a fucking brainwave. Shit, I feel clever today. Look at this. I'm squeezing the top tube and the bottom tube and I keep getting little bubbles coming out. So what I'm thinking of doing is, that just slots in there so perfectly. I'm going to put some sticky tape around that. I can't believe how good that fits. I mean, it's literally like it was designed for that. Fill the water up beyond the top and then just run the engine until all the bubbles come out, and then I'll rip that off and put the cap back on. That's my trick for getting all the air out. There you go, see that? Working, look. Wow, there's loads of air still in the system. So I've got to run the engine for like 15-20 minutes, let it get fully warm, and then just shut it off, and then just let the engine cool down, and then the head gasket may be fixed. I had a Mark 1 Golf GTI years ago, and it's overheating all the time. I constantly had to, I built in a permanent switch so I could just have the fan running all the time, but it turned out it was an airlock. I took it to 3 different mechanics and they were all checking the thermostats and stuff. No one could fix it. What I did, I found out from checking forums, it was actually a motorcycle Ducati forum. Someone mentioned just let the engine run a little bit, let it build up a bit of pressure before getting too hot and too pressurized, and then put a towel over the cap and then take the cap off and it goes psh, like that, and that gets the trapped air out of the system. It worked fine. So yeah, internet is so useful. Never would have learned that or figured that out myself. So yeah, I fixed my own car just from searching on the internet when professional mechanics couldn't do it. Something important if you're doing this yourself, when you start the car up, put the heater on, full power, full heat. So it opens the thermostat fully. I did see a video guy even took his thermostat out. I'm not going to bother doing that, just running hot air. So yeah, you got to do that. While I'm waiting for that to do its thing, I'll show you the repair I did on my CV boot. Plastic bag, zip ties. I know all the grease has already come out, but at least it stops dirt or more dirt going in while I'm driving it to the garage to get that fixed. So yeah, hopefully that's not going to be a problem. I'm hoping they don't complain about it being lowered. should be alright. Check this out. That's oil spraying out of the exhaust. So that's fun. Okay, so the car's done a full heat cycle, put it back in its parking space. A parking space which I've had to dig out by hand. I'm lowering the ground and I'll put stones back over here, and then I've got custom bike there, my R1. A space for me to work on my bikes and stuff. So this is my little personal play area. And anyway, so I put fresh cardboard down to catch any drips. I think the radiator might be knackered on this as well, I don't know. Anyway, let's see what's going on. If that stuff doesn't work, I'll try this once more. I've got like half that bottle left, so we can try it once more. I was thinking tonight I'll put fresh cardboard down, so the engine would have been cooled. If it has repaired, no more stuff's going to drip out of it, hopefully. But we'll find out by having fresh cardboard down. And if it doesn't work, after I tried the second time, I'm gonna have to start taking bits off and try and fix it the normal way, the hard way, the expensive way. But I'm happy to do that because I like fiddling about stuff. And this car's literally a free car, it's my toy, so I'm happy to muck about with it, see what I've got to do. Anyway, let's have a look tomorrow. Okay, next day. I was actually 48 hours later because it rained so much yesterday. Let's have a look. Got cold. Right, why is that wet? Hopefully that's just rainwater. Still a lot of oil all over the engine. I'm hoping if it's stopping to drip oil, I'll take it out and it'll warm up, and then that will burn off, and it will sort of look, it'll still look a mess, but it will look dry at least. And then we need to check what's coming out the exhaust as well. So anyway, let's just start it up, see what happens. So I'm going to go for a short drive and then see if it clears out the exhaust system. I don't really know at the moment. It's not dripping oil. Stuff's coming out the exhaust, but that might just be residue left over, just sat in the exhaust system. No oil so far. Been idling for a few minutes. Normally that would have dripped. So I'll attach front number plate, go for a little drive. Alright, so just did a couple of miles into town and back. Was driving normally, sounded good. I had to stop once and do a roadside repair because these were flapping about and hitting the wheels, making a lot of noise. Zip tied that on, so please give me a pass. I mean, I could smell hot oil, but it might just be what's on the engine is burning off. I'm going to put some cardboard down, see if it's dripping, because normally it would have been dripping a lot after even a short drive like that. I'm noticing my radiator's wet, maybe my radiator's leaking, don't know. Anyway, I'm a little bit hopeful it's going to stop dripping oil. Okay, it's been out here for an hour now. Before, if I went for a drive, even if I let it idle, it would drip oil. Hey. Yeah, there you go. Still dripping a little bit. Nothing like what it was before though. So I'm wondering whether I should use the rest of that fluid to try it again. Anyway, I'll think about that. Radiator still concerns me. It's always wet somewhere around the radiator, so that might need replacing. I'll do the oil. I'm going to do the coolant. Got to change the water out of that. And yeah. I'll just think about what I want to do with it.